Hello, this is Too Far Enterprises, formerly Ghostwriter 615. You ever ask yourself why you never hear of the trillionaires? And oh yes, they have many trillionaires. They're the ones that really run the country. Actually, one Rothschild said, I don't care who runs the government as long as I control the money. And he's talking about a capitalistic society in which money can buy you anything. It can even buy you people. It can make you do things that you don't want to do. And we're going to hear somebody talk about who actually runs this country, but we already know. The answers are most often in yourself. The only thing that we have a problem is our willingness to change. And what I mean by that is black people have to stop acting like victims. Be the kings and queens that you're supposed to be. White people need to stop acting like victimizers, oppressors, okay? And so we know that nobody wants to change positions right now with black people. Nobody wants to invite you to the table that you built, okay? And I wanted to begin a question series and see if we can bring some conscious people to the forefront to answer some of these questions, like why nobody mentions anything about the trillionaires, okay? Not only that, why do people not talk about the things like government and the things that people do in government? Why do good people sit back and let things happen right there in their face and act like they didn't see it? Okay? We are people that has been actually enslaved, demoralized. Sometimes we've been burned, hung, and all kind of things. But at the end of the day, it was on our back that this country was made. And see, it's not easy to talk about you were a country's first capital. They had so much money, time, and enthusiasm invested in slave labor at one time in America and all these other European countries that they could not see themselves existing without you. But we fought in every war with them against supposedly our enemies. But who were our enemies? The very same people we fought with and also fought against. They said, keep your friends close and your enemies closer. Well, I don't even think that the black man knows who his enemy is. He thinks that his enemy is himself. But listen, please.
8 billion people
are being controlled by 100 families.
Who are these families?
These are the elite oligarchs that control the planet. They literally run us. They tell us what to do, hear, see, smell, taste, touch, feel, where we can go, where we can't go. They're running us. The governments are put in place to work for the people, but they got it flipped and they got us working for them.
Right.
And telling us what they're going to do to us if we don't listen to them. That's the opposite of what it's supposed to be. The reason why the world it is today, why we have this boot on our neck, it's because of us. We're the problem. They're sharks. A shark smells blood, a shark attacks.
Right.
A shark is going to be a shark. How come we as 8 billion people haven't stopped falling for these divide and conquer tactics and stopped fighting each other over the scraps and realize who the real enemy is? While we're fighting each other, they're just cutting up the pie and laughing at us. Left wing, right wing, all the same bird. There's no such thing as a Democrat or Republican. The only thing that does exist, like I say, is a group of elite oligarchs that torture men, women, and children worldwide. That exists. Democrat and Republican doesn't exist.
8 billion.
So, what this man just said, most of us already know. But we put that and push that in the back of our minds because we feel like we can't do anything about it. We like, actually, the system that we're in, most of us. We're scared to leave out of that system. The whites is scared to leave their supreme position, and the blacks are scared to go even lower because they feel comfortable being in their low position. And that is sickness. That is conditioning. That is something that's beyond me, and that this is why I make these kind of videos, because I have to have more. And I'm hoping that blacks get to a point where enough is enough, and that they understand that they're better than that. I was going to mention about this heroic black soldier who actually served in the military at a time when they thought so bad of a black soldier that they talked about how he was not on the same level as a white soldier, until they ran across people like this one soldier. And I should know his name, I should mention it, but I'm not. But I will tell you that he was in Italy. Every member of his group was killed, and this man completed the mission, which was to take a castle. So that meant going uphill, killing Germans the whole way up, okay, while other people around him died, and finally acquiring his goal. Now, they gave him a medal, but they didn't give him the Medal of Honor till 50 years later, when Bill Clinton recognized him as being a hero that he had always been. This is the same Bill Clinton who had an affair while he was in the presidency, who actually put certain laws in place that made it almost a crime to be black and using drugs. Okay? His war on drugs was actually a war on blacks, because the difference was what people could afford and what they couldn't afford. See, the difference today is what people could afford and what they can't afford. But we don't want to really look at that. We get so used to living within our means when we're supposed to be living like kings on this wonderful planet. There's so much. If the 100 families that this man talked about who run this country would divide their wealth with the people in which they got it from, we wouldn't have these problems. This is Too Far Enterprises. Have a good weekend.